We have not spoken about OAN for a while. OAN is One America News, or sometimes it's OANN, One America News Network. OAN is sort of the crazy uncle to Newsmax, which is already like the crazy uncle to Fox News. Fox News is hard right wing propaganda. Newsmax is extreme right wing propaganda. And OAN would sort of be like something even more insane. I don't even know what. It's crazier than Newsmax with even worse production value and anchors who struggle even more obviously to read the teleprompter. I want to call your attention to a segment that aired yesterday on OAN. This is a blend of globalist one world government conspiracy theories combined with straight up lies about how things work in the real world. The anti vaccine absurdity has reached a new level on OAN. And in this clip, we're going to hear from an anchor named Christina Bobb. That's Bob with two B's at the end, Bobb. She was visibly struggling to read the conspiracies off of the teleprompter, the whole segment. But the case she makes is that globalists, as Alex Jones would say, are getting ready to scrap the Nuremberg Code in Europe in order to make COVID vaccines mandatory for all. Now, there are maybe, let me think, one, two, three. There's like 6 or 7 layers of dishonesty and confusion in this segment. Let's look at the video, listen to the video. You'll notice that compared to this drivel, Newsmax almost seems measured, if you can believe it. Let's take a look.
COVID is about control and manipulating our physical bodies through the vaccine, which is one of the most humiliating and inhumane ways to demoralize a person by depriving them of control of their own bodies and subjecting humans to medical experiments. It's for that reason that the world created the Nuremberg codes after World War II. We recognize that medical experiments, concentration camps, mass murder, and all the other atrocities that occurred during the war were inhumane and should never be tolerated again. Yet, the European Union leadership is now calling for throwing out the Nuremberg Code. Ursula von der Leyen, the head of the European Union Commission, has argued in favor of throwing out the Nuremberg Code. Ignore it completely and allow countries to force vaccinate anyone refusing to participate in the medical experiment. The globalists are going crazy and resorting to crazy methodologies that most humans would not agree with, like ignoring the Nuremberg Code. Why? Because they are losing. It is a last resort to out themselves as the evil, inhumane tyrants that they are.
So, I mean, listen, let's just go line by line, right? COVID is about controlling other people. No, it's not. COVID is a pandemic and we're trying to get out of it safe. The vaccines manipulate our physical bodies. This is along the lines of they change your DNA. They don't. That's not true. The vaccines are inhumane. There is no scientific basis for that assertion. The vaccines are a medical experiment. No, they aren't. They're approved by emergency use authorization, and the Pfizer vaccine has full FDA approval. And then we get into like the really wacky stuff. The Nuremberg codes were created to stop medical experiments, she says. Now, that's true. The Nuremberg codes were created after World War II, and it does relate to human experimentation. It just has no relevance to vaccines that have been approved at all. The European Union is not calling for throwing out the Nuremberg Code. And this is like the big lie. Ursula von der Leyen is the head of the European Commission. And she recently said at a press conference, the European Union's member states should encourage and they should think about making vaccines mandatory. Not you have to make them mandatory. Member states, meaning countries like Belgium, France, etc., they should think about mandatory vaccination. She didn't mention the Nuremberg Code. She said nothing about scrapping the Nuremberg Code. She said nothing about allowing medical experimentation. Vaccination has nothing to do with Nuremberg Code. This has nothing to do with globalists or globalism. This is not anything to do with the New World Order or one world government or anything like it. But this is exactly how this stuff spreads. Think about the chain. Ursula von der Leyen says countries should look at mandatory vaccination. It is then reported on falsely as she's saying get rid of the Nuremberg Code. And the next thing you know, the EU wants to re-legalize Nazi medical experiments. It is how it builds. It's one layer of propaganda built on another and another and another. Have they no shame? No, they have no shame, but this is about something much, much worse. And I don't expect this to end anytime soon. Their claim is the left wants to keep us in the pandemic forever to control people. Understand that it is them who, in a way, benefit from the pandemic by being able to get clicks by spreading this nonsense day after day after day. So don't fall for it. This is how it spreads. And we're going to have more on this, including this clip, on our Instagram. I hope you are following us there at David Pakman Show. And you can also follow me on Instagram at david.pakman. We'll take a quick break, and we have plenty more coming right up.